So, this is a little choose your own adventure story, which requires some audience participation. So, this particular story is in my version of Candyland, or Willy Wonka's whatever place. And it's called the Candy Nation State. That's what I've titled it. So, you show up in the Candy Nation State, and you are given a giant peppermint candy cane to help you walk, in case you're normally bad at it. Everything here is made of sweets, except for the exit signs. Next to you is a 7-story building made of chocolate, but people have already bitten a little bit into all the parts that you can reach with your mouth. So much for that. All right, here comes the decision part. To your left is a road covered in caramel and melted marshmallows, and also lots of warning signs. To your right is a river with non-trademarked gelatin-based fish swimming around. Which way will you go?
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
The fish? All right, we don't even have to do a hand-raising thing. All right, we're doing the fish route. You try to eat one of the gummy fish in the river, but it bites your lip and it swells up. You try to bite the fish back, but now your lip is swollen, so you end up biting your lip again instead. Now what are you going to do? You can either throw the fish back, or you can throw the fish on land. How many of you want to throw the fish back in the water? How many of you want to throw the fish on land? All right, you got a spiteful audience. You throw the fish onto the land to let it suffocate. 5 seconds later, the lieutenant governor of the Candy Nation State shows up and tells you you failed the test. You could have had everything your heart desired, but now you're only going to get a free coupon for a 5% discount at the gift shop. And they don't even sell candy. Well, that's the end of that part of that adventure. How much time I got left so I know how many things I can do still?
About 7 minutes.
7 minutes. All right, we got some time. Let's go up the mountain. Or we can go back and try the other route on the Candy State place. What do you want to do?
We gotta go up the mountain.
Who wants to go up the mountain?
We got it.
Yeah? All right, we're doing the mountain. You see a mountain in the distance. It looks large and unfun to climb. You have no climbing skills and shouldn't make the attempt. Do you still want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Your arch rival, who goes by the name Kevin, challenges you to climb to the peak of the mountain. He says, if you don't, you're a chicken, and chickens stink. You haven't smelled a chicken up close, but you imagine they smell like eggs. You don't want to smell like eggs, so you're going to make the climb. You start to climb the mountain, and about 50 steps in, you see a mountain goat with about 66 horns on their head in the distance. Maybe they can help you climb the mountain, or they'll hurt you somehow. Will you risk it, or continue on your own? How many of you want to try to get help from the goat?
I'll ask the goat for help.
How many want to go on your own?
Yo.
All right, wait. Let's
I don't trust
check again. Do we trust the mountain goat?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, we're trusting the goat buddy.
You guys get us killed.
You decide to ride on the shoulders of the mountain goat to attempt to get to the top of the mountain. They bring you halfway up on a pleasant, scenic ride, then gently nudge you off. That's nice. They explain through facial gestures that goats don't go any higher than this, and you can if you want, but you should be prepared for some intense physical and intellectual challenges. It's a lot to communicate through facial gestures. But goats can do it. Okay. To your right, next to you, is a cave that's glowing red. Will you enter? How many of you want to enter the glowing red cave? How many of you want to not enter it? All right, a couple people don't, but we're going in. It turns out the red glow was from scalding hot magma. Yeah. You should have guessed that from the sudden. Hold on, it's not over yet. You didn't step in the magma yet. You should have guessed it was magma, though, from the sudden 100-degree increase in temperature. There's a rock in the distance that's shaped kind of like a Scottish terrier, and you want to try to get it. However, it will require you to hop across a series of tiny islands surrounded by magma. Will you take the risk? How many say, yes, I love adrenaline?
We're already here.
We're going in. You try to get to the igneous doggy stone, but to your dismay, you wind up finding out it was made of ashes, and it breaks apart in your hands. You hop back with a big frown on your face. But you didn't die, though. What?
Is our lip still swollen?
It's getting better.
Okay, good.
You leave the cave in sorrow. You continue up to the peak of the mountain, which turns out to be easy as the wind is all blowing upwards. Now you're at the summit. What will you add to the peak of the mountain? You can add a flag or a hat. Hat? Is everyone going hat? No one wants flag?
I want flag.
Couple people. Who wants hat though? Who wants flag? Okay, I think we're doing hat. You decide to give the mountain a little wool hat and wish that all mountains could have one. 5 seconds later, the hat blows away. Yeah. Now you realize why most mountains are bald. The important thing is that you tried, even though your head is super cold now. How do you want to get back down? You can do it carefully, or you can skydive.
Skydive.
How many want to do it carefully?
Are there goats?
There's no goats on the way
No,
down.
be careful, there's no goats.
No,
Oh.
no goats. How many want to skydive? All right, let's skydive. You jump off the mountain in an impulsive act of adventure. On the way down, you hurry to dig through your backpack to find where you put your parachute. You throw out some hardcover books and frozen bottles of beer that were in the way, and reach for the parachute. You then realize all the knots are tangled, and you have about 7 seconds to get them unknotted. What will you do? You can either pull on the longest string, or hope the parachute works anyway.
Hope.
How many want to pull on the longest string?
I want to hope.
How many want to hope the parachute works? All right, we're going to try to pull the string,
Oh.
I think. You pull on the longest string, and everything unknots. It's a true miracle. You deploy the parachute and begin to float down. The wind picks up, and you begin to hover toward the volcanic part of the mountain. You glide toward the lava and make a soft landing into the softer lava. Some may call it the world's most majestic death. Oh, you didn't make it. Should have went down carefully. Are we out of time?
Just about.
Just about? All right, do we want to try to go down carefully?
Yeah.
Let's see. You start to go back down the mountain with caution, but realize you only brought enough chicken nuggets for the way up. You'll have to do something drastic. You decide to go 12 whole hours without food. You decide to starve yourself for the sake of safety, and halfway down, you're greeted by another climber who offers you some free lasagna. So at least you'll live to see another day. And then you'll make it back down to the base of the mountain. You did it! All right, Thank you, everybody. Thanks for playing the Choose Your Own Adventure.